Bam ba bam 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 ba bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam bam. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Scrappy, and for my video today I'm going to give you guys, in my opinion, the best updated controller settings in season 17 of Apex Legends. I have been playing this game for 4+ years. On my console account I have over 150,000 kills. I am the #1 Loba in the world. I'm a 14 times Apex Predator, 10 times on console and 4 times on PC. My console account is a top 50 account in the world, and over the years I have used a few different types of settings. I played on 7.6 for about 3 years, then I went to 6.6 when I went to PC, then I messed around with ALCs for a little bit, and 4 years later I am now using a new type of setting that has me shooting better than I ever have before. And I'm going to show you them in today's video. And if you're not using these settings at this point, you're throwing. And as always, please smash me. I meant to say smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and please leave a comment. Thank you guys for everything, and let's get to 50k. And also please be sure to stay for the second part of the video if you'd like. I'll be providing some gameplay so you can see how well I shoot with these settings, and I'll kind of just be talking about my settings, how they feel, and how much I've improved since using them. And without further ado, let's get into it. So for my gameplay settings, interact prompt style, I have compact. Button hints are on. Crosshair damage feedback, X with shield icon, damage numbers stacking, ping opacity faded, obituaries are on, minimap rotation off, weapon auto on, auto sprint is on, double tap sprint is off, jetpack control is hold, income is damage feedback 3D, taking damage closes death box or crafting off, hop up pop up on. Let me scroll down a little bit for y'all. Streamer mode is off, anonymous enabled, usage sharing disabled, performance display on, club enabled, communication filter everybody, reticle. I do a little customization. It gives you nice bright blue settings. There are the numbers right there for you. And same thing with laser sight. I really do like that blue cyan color. Here are the numbers. Try it out. Subtitles are off. Subtitle size is normal. Enable accessible chat features off. Convert incoming voice to chat off. Play incoming text chat off as well. Now for my controller settings, here's the bread and butter. And for my button layout, I use evolve. That's going to switch L1 and X for me, and R3 and B for me, or circle, whatever controller that you guys use. And so evolve controller preset is really going to do a lot for the fluidity of your gameplay, and I'll be sure to explain all of that in the second part of the video. My stick layout is going to be default. Interact reload is tap to use, crouch button is toggle, aim button is hold, survival slot button is on, trigger dead zones is none, menu cursor speed damn near full, and my look sends is going to be 4, and my look sends ADS will also be 4, so I play on 4/4. Now for my per optic settings right here, as you see I have them on, and for my 1 times I use 4, 2 times is also 4, and then 3 times I up it a little bit, all the way down to 10 times at 5. My response curve is linear. Look dead zones are none, movement dead zones are small. You don't really like dead zones in the game. Inverted look, hell no. Vibration is on. Yeah, I like that vibration. And now pay attention real quick. So my ALCs, I use my per optic settings under my ALCs, even though I don't use my ALCs, because it's gonna add an overall effect to your per optic sends. And so here I use 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times at 1.4. I turn it up just a little bit. Remember, even though I don't use ALC settings, turning on my ALC per optic settings still increases and adds more of a customizable effect to my overall per optic settings for my regular controller sends, and it pretty much allows for more fine tuning. Just be sure to turn off your ALC settings after you customize the ADS per optic, and like I said, even though it's turned off, it still has an effect. This is something that a lot of players don't know. You could try mine out, but really adjust them as you need. Now for my video settings, for anybody that may need them. Display mode is full screen. Aspect ratio is 16:9. My res is 1440. My brightness is at 67%. My FOV is max at 110. Ability scaling is disabled. Sprint view shake is minimal. Let me scroll down a little bit. VSync is disabled. NVIDIA reflex is enabled plus boost. I don't use any of that. Adaptive res. Anti-aliasing, none. My texture streaming budget, medium. Texture filtering is bilinear. Ambient occlusion, disabled. Sun shadow coverage, low. And the rest of these are going to be pretty low as well. Volumetric lighting, disabled. Dynamic spot shadows, disabled. Model detail, effects detail, impact marks, and ragdoll, all low. And if you couldn't tell, I choose performance over quality. And my quality is still really good, and I can see everything just fine. But these settings don't put too much stress on your PC, and it just gives you better performance overall. So that means more consistent FPS. Now for my audio settings, my master volume is all the way up, output device, system default, whatever you use. Voice chat is my microphone. Voice chat record mode, push to talk, whatever. Open mic threshold, I have that max. That's specific to me, don't worry about it. Incoming voice chat, 39%, don't need it hella loud. Sound effects volume, 100%. Dialogue volume, 55, don't really need to hear them talk that loud. Music volume is low, lobby music volume is none, and sound and background is off. That's all very specific to you guys. And those are all the settings that I have for you today. Like I said, to all you controller players out there, I promise if you use these settings, your shot will instantly improve. And this is not a matter of, oh, find your own settings, don't listen to these content creators. These settings should be ubiquitous. These are objectively the most consistent settings that you could use. It's not like I'm using some crazy settings that may or may not be beneficial to you. These settings are beneficial to any controller player out there. And this is exactly why all the pro controller players are using them. Now I know most of you guys are probably going to end the video right there, and that's fine. But to all you real ones that want to hear a little bit more about the settings, well, I can start that for you guys right now. As you guys may or may not know, I have been very good at the game for a long time. I was very good on 7.6, I was very good with my ALCs, but 4.4 linear with no dead zone has me shooting like I never have before, especially at closer ranges. And within the last few months, I was using 4.3 linear with no dead zone, 4.3 linear with small dead zone, 4.4 linear with small dead zone, and none of those felt right to me. But specifically 4.4 linear with no dead zone, man, I be shooting nukes now. I probably win 90% of my 1v1s, and I'm doing major damage upon every fight that I take. Personally, I chose 4.4 over 4.3, which is a controller sense that a lot of players use, just because 4.3 was a little too slow for me. Like I said, I used to play 7.6. In Call of Duty, I used to quickscope and play damn near max settings every game. Siege, I used to play with very fast sends, and so 4.4 linear is still the slowest sends that I've ever used in my entire life in any FPS. And so 4.4 was a little bit better for me personally over 4.3. But for you guys that use slow sends your whole life, you'll probably want to gravitate to something like 4.3. With things like that, again, it's all personal preference. The big one to understand though is the no dead zone. When playing linear and no dead zone, your stick is going to drift a lot, and that turns a lot of players off. But as the great Imperial Hat once said, just get better. Yeah, your stick is going to drift when you're standing idle. When you're engaged in combat and you're focused on the fight, you really don't feel it, and you'll get used to it after some time. But the benefit that you get for using linear with no dead zone far outweighs any of the cons associated with this stick drift. Linear with no dead zone gives you much more control over the micro adjustments that you'll have to make while aiming down your sights. And that's why I recommend linear over classic. Classic does kind of just stick onto the enemy and sort of maximizes your aim assist, but it does make it difficult to make those micro adjustments. So take a leap of faith and try it out. Mind you, I played 7.6 classic, then I went to AOCs, which was kind of like a happy medium in between my current sends and my old sends. But switching to 4.4 linear after going to 4.3 linear, small dead zone, no dead zone, etc., I sucked for a long time. It'll require a little practice, but once you give it enough time and you start getting used to it, you'll see how well it pays off in the end. Some caveats to using 4.4 linear with no dead zone, which of course kind of go away once you start getting used to it, are going to be your long distance fighting and your zipline tracking. And that's something you're going to have to pay a lot of attention to really get better. So when you're getting used to these settings, just be mindful of that. I mean, to those of you that have seen my gameplay, you know I be busting my gunny. And although my IQ is what makes me a great player, you're definitely going to want some decent aim to follow that up, and my settings will help you with that. So try them out for a little bit, stick with them, let me know in the comments how you like them, and also let me know in the comments what settings you kind of use right now. And if you find yourself struggling with your aim using whatever settings that you use, maybe you should try these out. I promise you, you won't regret it. Have I ever lied to you guys? Have I ever led you astray? Have I ever said something that I personally didn't believe in? Come on now. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bam ba bam bam bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba ba bam 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 bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba ba bam.